Big, exciting, massive changes are coming to the weekly top 5. I am retooling the whole thing to serve metal music and its fans like you and me a lot better. So it is time for the number one pick of the week. Happy Friday once again. This is the Metal Weekly Top 5, where I find, test, and recommend my top 5 most worthy extreme metal albums of this week's new releases here on YouTube. And if you're ready, let's go. We had 17 new albums released this week, and this one, of course, made the number one position. Very exciting stuff. Apple Music's metal section is my weapon of choice to source all the latest and greatest metal for my YouTube channel and Facebook page for you. So today's new album is Terrified by God by Vomit Forth, and this is the band's latest album up for a fresh review. Okay, so artwork. What do you think of the artwork? I think kudos to the designer, and what a fit to the music that is contained within. So, are you ready for some tracks? Okay, here we go. So track 1 blasts open with raw energy, massive reptilian-like vocal shredding guitar chords and volcanic tones with huge bass and slashing percussions are just yes. Also, I know it's great when those huge waves of pins and needles go up my neck. This is a pretty wild track. So track 2, it gets wilder and even heavier, beast-level fry vocals. Once again, huge guitar rhythms and tones, slapping deep bass and tight, snappy percussions just dominate. This track is an adrenaline thrill ride, and I'm kind of pouting because it's a bit short. So we got track 3, the hyper assault continues with a rangier track here. Big, unique vocals, massive guitar rhythms and tones, crushing bass and deadly percussions that are sensory overload. I love this big sound. This is such an awesome vibe from this band so far. Now, there are consistent albums, and then there are really consistent albums. This one here, beginning to end, there's no dead spots. Very, very tight album. Power and intensity throughout this album is massive all the way through. This is an immense body of work for this band. I am going to wish them well because I imagine great things are going to come from this. They must be superb live. That's what I'm thinking. Vocals got that reptilian darkness to it with the massive fry vocals, guitars. I am a sucker for rhythm, and that is what this album is all about. Huge, huge rhythms, monstrous bass, amazing, immense percussions all the way through. Lyrical theme here is violence. Becoming a mainstream radio act here is never going to happen. They belong to us forever, these guys. They are metal gods for sure. The album itself is very consistent. The tracks are laid out very tightly. Now, why did I score this album at number 1? Rhythm. It's all about the rhythm. Deep, dark, tight, hard rhythms all the way through this with just the right amount of harmony and melody mixed in there. But yeah, what a package of tremendous power coming out of this band. Tremendous stuff. Tremendous stuff. So I could only imagine the level of commitment it must have took for them to get to this level, to get this album out. It's hard work, and I understand a lot of these things because, quite frankly, I've been around musicians. They sit there and they go through this stuff and they grind day after day. So yeah, I empathize with them for sure. My final thoughts: happy Friday, have a great weekend. I am out of here, and you guys stream them, love them, and make sure that you get Vomit Forth paid. Cheers.